Allah, Shem to God, peace, y'all. Y'all, I just wanted to kick it with y'all real briefly for a minute about, you know, just things that's going on in our current affairs. You feel me? Dig me? But look, let's talk about the Donald Trump situation at first. That's one thing I really want to address, is the Donald Trump situation, right? Look, Donald Trump got convicted on 34 counts, 34 felony counts, not misdemeanors, you feel me? So each felony carries at the minimum 1 year and greater. You understand what I'm saying? And he happens to have 34 of them joints. Somebody just crashed right here, but yo, fuck it. But he happens to have 34 of them felony charges and shit that he's been convicted of. You feel me? But anyway, he goes to get sentenced on the 11th of July. You feel me? But it's a crazy situation because Donald Trump has never been incarcerated. He doesn't have any prior offenses. You understand how this set is break, but like, he doesn't have any prior offenses. So a lot of times the judge may let him stay released on his own recognizance, meaning without cash monetary bail, or the judge may charge him with a large bail, but you know, he don't have any prior criminal offense, so it shouldn't be at a high monetary value. You know, the bail shouldn't be placed too high. But anyway, he's already out on bail for like I think 300 million or shit like that, which is ridiculous, especially for the type of case that Donald Trump has. The type of case that he has is supposed to be a misdemeanor. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, in my personal opinion, I feel that they playing him because they don't want him back in power. Now look, understand me. I want y'all to get in the comments and tell me what y'all think. The reason why I know they don't want him back in power is because when he got to, first of all, Donald Trump is one of the greatest presidents ever in history. If y'all disagree, tell me what y'all think in the comments, right? But another thing I want to say about Donald Trump, right? He was a president who wasn't a politician. And look, another good point about Donald Trump, he was a president that's not a politician, but he also is a billionaire. So that means he don't need to do that regular shit that most politicians do. Most politicians go to get into politics, right? They get into politics and you know, they like steal some of the funds that's meant for the people. I did a video on this shit before because like, it's like if you a school monitor and one girl and one guy in each class got to go down to the assembly room. If they give them 2 markers to give to each child, but they only give each child in the class of 30 or 20 1 marker, then the other 2 people got 20 markers for themselves to do whatever they want. And you know how the politicians be doing. They be taking funding, you know what I mean, for different things that's beneficial for the people, and they be utilizing it for their own life of luxury or just to be affluent in some sense. You feel me? But just my personal interpretation of how I visualize the Donald Trump situation. I want y'all to get in the comments. I saw Donald Trump's speech today. He was in the Bronx, right? And I feel that Donald Trump is a good man. You know what I mean? And if I have to pick any candidate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, then it's definitely gonna be Donald Trump, because Joe Biden's not fit to run the country. And then on another note, the United States of America is a corporation. You can check on Google that shit. The United States of America is a corporation, and Donald Trump is a businessman. He has plenty of corporate entities, and he knows how to deal with business. I'm not saying that everything he does he's successful on all his endeavors, because that's not a fact with me, or I don't think anybody else, because it's your failures that make you great, because your failures teach you where you fucked up, and then you learn from that, and that's just growth and development. But after you do business for a great amount of time, or if you come into business knowing and understanding the mechanics and dynamics of how business operates, then you'll move different than the average person. But the average person is gonna see failure, and then they're gonna learn from their failure and excel. But that's just how life works in general, you know what I mean? But it depends on how fast you learn from your failures, you feel me? But getting back to the Donald Trump situation, and if you're not subscribed to the channel KEEPLO, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I'll be dropping gems to y'all, and I'll be utilizing different genres and subject matters to bring y'all value sincerely, as well as myself, because it's each one teach one, you feel me, dig me? So love is love to all my subscribers who've tapped in with me. And like I said, I'll reiterate, if you're not tapped in with me, then tap in with me, you feel me, dig me? But yo, check it. Like I was saying, motherfucking Donald Trump, when he did his speech today, it was one thing that I heard him say. He had said, like, the judge is part of this witch hunt and all that. I'm like, look, in my personal opinion, I don't want to convict that man for nothing he ain't do, but the shit he did is nothing that, it's like an average business practice. Feel me, dig me? Like, he told somebody, look, all right, he came to a settlement with somebody, and he said like, all right, look, I'll give you an NDA, and I'll give you the 130 racks. And this is what I think. And he did it through his lawyer, Michael Cohen. And he gave Michael Cohen the 130,000 or a whole bunch of checks for like a certain amount to add up to 130,000. Probably was 34 checks. That's why he got 34 accounts. But it's just one thing, the Stormy Daniels shit, right? So, like, Stormy Daniels is allegedly hanging out with Donald Trump for 2 months, living with him, whatever. And they was intimate, like, I don't know, they got intimate, do shit adults do, right? And he didn't want that to be publicized because he had a wife at the time or whatever. So, you know, he negotiated some type of structure, in which is an everyday business practice, to where he was like, give it 130 racks and she'll sign a non-disclosure agreement, and she can't talk about nothing that took place, like Cassie. She can't talk about nothing that Puffy allegedly did, because she'll forfeit the money, because that's part of the non-disclosure agreement. So that's like if Cassie Ventura talks about anything that P. Diddy did to her, she got to give back the out-of-court settlement that he gave her, because he signed a non-disclosure agreement, meaning that she's not supposed to talk about it. But another key factor that I want to talk about with the Donald Trump situation is that he go back for sentencing on July 11th, which is in a few days. It's coming in the very near future, approximately like 41 days, 40 days in a week, right? But look, he said today in the Bronx, the judge part of the witch hunt, and I wish he didn't say that, because if the judge feeling cocky, you know, judges be having like a God complex. You speak to me respect, as you should speak to anybody with respect, but especially somebody of high social status in the judicial community, meaning a judge, right? So you got to speak to judges with respect and just show courtesy or whatever. He has a certain degree of power that will govern over your life. He can put you in a cage. And now look, especially in Donald Trump's situation, right? Because in Donald Trump's situation, buddy boy, you got 34 felony counts. And I just heard some shit on Value Entertainment. It was Chris Cuomo from CNN, the journalist, and his brother was the governor of New York and shit, right? And his father is a strong political figure in New York City as well. That's where I reside, you feel me? But so anyway, motherfucking, you can't be talking all crazy about a judge because they take that shit personal. And look, for a judge, look, Donald Trump is convicted of 34 felonies. You feel me, dig me? So he's already guilty of that shit. Now, even though he don't have a criminal record besides this, so the judge takes that factor into consideration. He's a strong asset within the New York community because he got big fucking skyscrapers and businesses in New York. So him and his family helped build the structure of New York City. So he's a well-respected businessman as well as a well-renowned businessman. Like him or love him, but these are the facts, you feel me? But anyway, the judge letting you stay out on an appeal bond because you have the right to appeal your case, even though you convicted criminal now. You're guilty of 34 charges. But that's a courtesy. If you're talking all stupid about the judge, he could put you on Rikers Island and you could stay there until you appeal it. And then if he do that, he won't be able to win the presidency. And another thing that I want to illustrate, if Donald Trump wins, like say that he go to court on July 11th, right? And the judge say, his lawyer say, please, Your Honor, can you give me and my client time to get our affairs in order or whatever? And can you postpone this case until January 10th of 2025? If he does that, then Donald Trump is in a good position, because if he wins the presidency in November, then this case that stands still will be null and void, meaning it will no longer exist. And look, I want to say another thing about this before I close this video. Joe Biden, how he can help himself right now, which I don't think he's gonna do, but how he can help himself right now, he could fucking just say, I want to pardon Donald Trump from these charges. Now I know he can't do it himself particularly because, you know, it's not a federal case, it's a state's case, New York City's case, right? But he could call in a favor to the governor of New York, which is Kathy Hochul, and he could tell her, yo, this was a president, and this shit here, in my opinion, he should do that. If Joe Biden tells Kathy Hochul to dismiss Donald Trump's charges, her authority would supersede Alita James, the black girl from Brooklyn. I be seeing her a couple of times, cause I be in a hood where she grew up on Thomas Boylan and all that shit, right? You feel me? But Kathy Hochul's the governor of New York, So plus they all work in conjunction, and Letitia James is the Attorney General, but Kathy Hochul's authority supersedes hers in New York State because she's the governor of New York State. So they could give Donald Trump a pardon, and plus, in my opinion, I think United States look like pussies by taking their own man to court and trying to convicting a prior president of the country. It makes the country look weak. What does Xi Jinping, the president of China, think? And I remember when Trump was president, Xi Jinping, the president of China, the Red Army and the Communist Party, he took Donald Trump and his wife to the Forbidden City. And that's forbidden, but he liked Donald Trump. He took him there. Putin was interacting with Donald Trump. Kim Jong-un was interacting with Donald Trump. And a lot of people was locked in with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is the only sitting president out of 73 presidents that under his watch, it never was a war. You feel me? So that says a lot about him too. But yo, y'all get in the fucking comments and y'all tell me what y'all think about the video. And yo, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, cause that helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Y'all, love y'all. I do this for y'all. I give y'all information that it put you where you need to be, and I give you knowledge that it elevates your life, and I give you real spit on street legends so you can see what they did and don't do it. And I also drop knowledge for the God, the earth, and the babies. My name is Lashin the God if you don't know me, and tap in with the channel KEEPLO. Yo, be there or you be square. You dig? Yo, stay focused. Yo, y'all get in the comments and drop y'all comments. I gave y'all a banger this time. Yo, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and tap into the channel KEEPLO. KEEPLO, you never tell, they never gonna fucking know. You heard me, Lashin the God. Tap in with my channel.